We gonna fight?
We gonna fight!
Till we can't fight no more!
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 We gonna lie down!
We gonna lie down!
Bleed a while!
And bleed a while!
We gonna get up!
We gonna get up!
Fight some more!
Fight some more!
So one more time! We gonna fight!
We gonna fight!
Till we can't fight no more!
Till we can't fight no more!
We can't fight no more!
We can't fight no more!
We gonna lie down!
Lie down!
Bleed a while!
Bleed a while!
We gonna get up!
We gonna get up!
Fight some more!
Fight some more!
Go, break it down!
Let's go! Break down! Argos on 3! 1, 2, 3, Argos!
Let's go, boys! Kick team, here we go! Set the tempo!
You know, we were happy with the effort. You can't judge performance on score, because if you just look at the score, yeah, it was, you know, we did great. It was mercy rule right at the very beginning of the fourth quarter, but we can play better. So for the first game of the season, we look good. We've got a good team. We've got good players. They play with passion and with energy and emotion. Sometimes we let the emotion get a little bit the better of us, and we took some penalties that we can't do. We had 2 turnovers that I wasn't happy with. So, you know, it's tough because, like I told the kids, you can look at the score and walk away and say, oh, we're great, you know. But if you really look at the game, if you're trying to be perfect, which is what we want to do, we weren't perfect. We are far from perfect, and we've got a lot of work to do. So we've got to keep getting better. Every team in this league is going to get better every week. So if we settle for where we are right now, somebody will get us. But where we are as a starting point is a great point. Now it's up to us as coaches and our players to get better every week. So we were pleased.
I thought our first team played well. They came out just like they picked up where they left off last season. The new boys played real well. We were physical, we were fast, we flew to the ball, so it's exactly what we expected from that team. They've been together for a long time, but it was so good to get out here and get that first one under your belt, and you go from there. We definitely have something to work on. We put the ball on the ground a couple of times. We didn't finish some plays both offensively and defensively, and we didn't have to punt, which was good since we only put it in yesterday for 45 minutes. So there's definitely things for us to improve on. But for it being the first game, we're not champs or anything yet. It was definitely a good way to kick off the season and get that first one under your belt and pick up from there.
First game looked really good. That was basically our fall team, and they picked up where they left off, but up another level. I mean, they're really looking sharp. I would venture to say, just out of pride, they're going to be competing for the national championship in San Diego big time. So they really looked good.
You can tell that group, the first game when it came out and they played together. There was confidence when it was like coming out to a well-oiled machine. It was my first game, and they go right through the game day atmosphere, and they're down in the end zone just going through their stuff like they're supposed to. And you can tell that they've been there before, and the other teams kind of knew who the Argonauts were. So it was one of those things of nice coming on board to a team that had been there before. First game, get the jitters out. Yeah, there was a few plays here and there, but you can tell they played together and they played well, and they feed off each other. Quarterbacks, you got 2 quarterbacks that are neck and neck as being good quarterbacks, and they have no problem just switching in and out and playing with each other. So, and that's the atmosphere that you see with that first team. So,
second team, I'm really proud of. They came out here. They played that Hurricanes team, who's obviously been together for a few seasons. We gave up the first drive for a touchdown. After that, we settled in. We were physical. We didn't give up anything else. It took us a little bit longer offensively, but, you saw that third, fourth quarter, we started picking it up, started driving the ball, and we ended up 2 points short, which, considering we gave up a safety, isn't bad at all. So those boys, they're competitors. They'll grow from this, and they're only going to get better from here on in. So whoever plays us better get us early, because they're not going to want us later in the season.
Our second team, that's our first game together. It's the first time they've had anything to do in an organized, situation with the pressure on, and they got more relaxed as they went. And I thought by the fourth quarter they'd really settled in. Had it been a 5-quarter game, I think we would have won. So they were really, starting to click and play hard, and kind of realizing how tough they are, because some of them were whimpering around a little bit in the first half. But they really sucked it up and stepped up when we asked them to. And once they got their head up off the turf after getting down 8 points, they acted like they were down 40-0, and it was like, come on, guys. So I think they did really well as the game went on, and that's what you look for, is to see progression and confidence build and everything else. And our quarterback, Brophy, he calmed down a lot and was making his reads, but there's work to do there, definitely. So I think, by next game or even a game after, they're going to be contenders, and, they're going to start picking up some steam and rolling along. So.
Second team, we started off a little shaky. few missed assignments, but it can go back to the fact that there's kids that have been in and out of practice, kind of showing up when they feel like it and not showing up when they don't feel like it. You can also tell that there was a lot of guys that are new to this team. They don't know what to expect, and we came out against another full-size team that knew who the Argonauts were, so they were gunning for that logo that was on the helmet, the target that's on our back. So it was one of those things that they just had to deal with, and we have kinks to work out, but we'll get that done in practice. Is now the kids know what to expect in games and in game-like situations and how tired you'll be playing both ways. So we'll get it worked out. I want to play them again. So
good. Majors too.
Tough game. We played a good team that's been together. That was a American youth football team in the fall, and they had some big boys. And we're a brand new team. A lot of 7th graders, mostly 7th graders, a handful of 8th graders. This is really their first time being the key starters and being the leaders. And we came across a team that was big and experienced, and we battled them. We gave them a cheap safety early on, and we ended up losing 8-6. So we ended up losing by the 2 points that we gave them. And in football, you can't give anything for free. You got to make every team earn everything they get. So that'll haunt us a little bit. But like I told our guys at the end of the game, nobody's going to want to play them in the playoffs. Because where we are right now, if we continue to get better and we meet the potential that they have, they're going to be a heck of a football team. So I was pleased with their attitudes. They were disappointed, but they weren't discouraged. I think they're more encouraged. They're ready to. They know what it's about now, and it was good for us. We came out and played a really good team. If we would have come out and played a team that wasn't very good and had a lot of success, maybe we would have. It wouldn't drive us. So I think they're going to be driven in practice to step it up a little bit. They know what to expect. We've got to get better on the offensive line. We've got to get better with our tackling. But as a coach, that's good. We know now, okay, this is what we need to work on. Specifically, we need to work on. So when you come out and you play a good team your first week ever as a brand new team that hasn't even played a scrimmage, and you take them down to the fourth quarter, and they closed out. They were better in the second half than they were in the first half. And so I'm pleased with that. I just feel like we got a lot of work to do now.